Well, I'm pooped. It's March 1st. Taking a video, current status sort of, and things that are important. You know, coffee, food. This is the inside of the trailer so far. It's on top of each other. It's kind of a packed up mess. But my desk, her desk, computers work, internet works. That's our kitchen table. It won't be in here once I build the room. And we got one shelf here with food on it. It's got two more shelves I'm going to add to it. We lost the clips for it, so she works at Lowe's and she can get a couple packs. They're not very expensive. Got another little shelf, food on it. Stuff. More stuff. Fold-up chair. When Sadie was here, we had it as a third chair for company. Washer and dryer in here. They'll be in the room when we expand. And right about where the washer and dryer are is somewhere in there will be where the door is. That'll go in and out. That'll be our main door for a while. We got our sofa in here. That'll also go out to the room. And then we got the bed back there and one nightstand. And we got one, two, and then two lights there, and then I got a little desk light up here that lights up my spot. It clamps on. And so Angela's at work right now. She works until 6-ish, I believe. I got some concrete block steps. I'll show you, real fancy right there. Now these containers, I'm pooped because I just finished raising it up one block. So it's on 2 blocks over here plus an 1.5-inch pressure treated board. I got my flashing under the top of the concrete under the board. That's termite shield. They don't like curving, and I'll bend that down about a 45-degree angle or whatever. That's kind of what they do, just so you don't hang up on it instantly, because it's sharp edges and stuff, of course. My water level I've been using, and you can see it's that I-beam is up above the ground compared to that one over there. 4 more inches. I haven't really checked it to see if that's tall enough, because it took longer than I expected, because my toe jack is fine. It'll lift this container like a breeze. The problem is, I started off with about an 18-inch square board. There are 2 bricks in the dirt that got pushed down that far. So it's pushed down into the dirt about 9 inches. And I can only go 6 inches at a time, so I wasn't gaining much ground. So I added some long crosswise 2x4s, and they got pushed into the ground pretty good too, if you can see that one board's about flush. But it finally got to where it was packed enough it lifted the container. And again, I got flashing under there, and then over here I got the it was about almost 2 inches from being level, approximately. So I figured I'd try an 1.5-inch board first, and I'll come back here and I'll show you kind of how that came out. I used the level Dad gave me. He gave me a really good carpenter's level. I got my 3 ladders here. Oh, in case you never have seen one, because I had never seen one. That right there, gentlemen and ladies, is what they call a trenching tool, I guess. I had never seen one, but so I was going to buy a sharpshooter shovel, but those, if you load up very, very much, it'll buckle. I don't think that one will buckle. It's stiffer, much stiffer, and it's for trenching. So let me get Dad's level. When I added on here, when it was not level, the left side was up about 2 inches higher than the right side. And right now, if you can see that, we're not too far off from plumb. If I raise it up just a touch, it's level. That's about a 1/4 inch on the right, maybe a 1/2 inch on the right. So I think I'm probably good enough. But I'll debate that whenever I'm not so pooped. Right now I'm just breathing. So it's about 2:20 in the afternoon. To me it's break time. Oh, we found these lights I get to play with. I just wanted some simple shop lights of some kind. So I saw those, so I bought them, not noticing one little feature. Angela pulled out the booklet and she goes, "You know what? You set these up on your phone and then you can pick one and turn it on and turn it off from your phone. It's hooked to Wi-Fi. Believe that? That's pretty cool. It's called a 4-foot smart LED shop light. So we got that at Lowe's. I forget how much they run. They weren't terribly expensive, $50, something like that. But that's where we're at. And we got the 2 containers are just fine. Haven't done squat. Oh, I got my roofing. 18 foot long, 7 pieces. They cover 3 foot wide a piece. My room's going to be 20 foot wide, so 21 foot coverage is fine. 18 foot, it'll overhang because I'm only going to have 16 foot at a slope, and I can cut off one end or whatever, however I want to if I choose to. I don't want too much overhang. 3 inches is nice. That's what people use a lot. If I have too much more than that, you catch too much wind. So I've got the screws with the gaskets on them that they recommended to use with these. They're galvanized, so you can even use them with pressure treated. They won't corrode. I won't use pressure treated for the rafters, but so I know how I'm going to do my roof now. I'm going to do pretty much a long beam rafter. Have the wall in the middle as a supporting, so I only have to go 10 foot at the slope and then 10 more feet. And just do straight beams. I don't need to build a triangle rafter or anything like that. It's not that long of a span. And the roof's not heavy, relatively speaking. But it's stout enough when you put the lasts at about 30 inches apart or so. That's what they recommend. Screw them down, and then you can walk on the roof. That's what they say. So I don't know if I'll test it or not. I'll probably wind up testing it because I don't like walking on rafters without, whatever. So I might try it. We'll see. That'll be a future video, obviously. Okay. I'll call it a day. Shop's good. I'll get a paint sprayer today, and I'll get to try it out on the shop, and that way I know how it's going to be whenever I get 10 gallons of paint to paint the roofs of these containers with, and we'll go from there. Okay, March 1st, signing off. We'll touch base later on. Oh, one last thing. My 2 circuits over there used to be 15 amp breakers, and now they're 20 amp. So I replaced the breakers, I replaced the outlets, and I have 2 20 amp circuits, so I can run a lot more heat. I don't have to worry about overloading the breaker or whatever else. And the power strips inside on the computer and stuff have 15 amp breakers in them anyway, so I'm not going to overload the smaller extension cords. I have larger extension cords going out to those plugs so they can handle the 20 amps no problem. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, signing off. Later.